Hi, happy Christmas and happy New Year wherever you are in the world. I'm Sheila Maria and I work with Lightworkers, and I'm very excited to share with you what the spirit guides want you as a light worker to know about 2021. Now, because it is light workers that I work with, everything I'm saying is to do with your personal life rather than everything that's going on in the economy and in the world, because there are lots of people that are already doing that. So let's begin. So as a light worker, you might be a healer, you might be an empath, you may be somebody that feels a connection to energy in some way. And you could say that we are all light workers, but this is really for people that enjoy working with energy or are very affected by energy. So in the new year, you may well feel separate from your gifts during the first few months of the year. This is because the astral realms are jam-packed full of unanswered questions from the collective, and it's a little bit like having an airport terminal, a large train station and a bus station, and 3 million people all asking the question, where do I go to next, at the same time. So the astral realms are very busy. The astral realms are connected to Earth, and whenever you have a thought, whenever you are thinking about the future, whenever you have a judgment, that's where this energy goes. And usually it's not that much of a positive place, because there are what we call astral plane entities that actually feed on the feelings of uncertainty and worry that humanity produces. So as a light worker, one of the things that may happen is that your guides may actually try to protect you from as much of that as possible. And as a result of that, you may well feel as though you can't hear your guides. You may well feel as though your intuition has deserted you, and it's not the case. It's just because if you get overwhelmed by the energy of the collective, it can affect you in quite a big way if you're very empathic. You can start believing what everybody else believes, and because we know that our thoughts create our reality, if you're here to bring light in, that can be very dangerous, because we need you to know that things are evolving. We need you to feel your connection to the light. We need you to feel the guidance that your guides are giving you so that you can help others. So during the first half of the year, it may well feel, certainly for the first 6 to 8 weeks, it may well feel as though you can't hear your guides, or you can't clearly see where your path is. Very often that's because your guides are trying to protect you from those energies that are harmful in the astral realms. Okay. The other thing that is likely to affect light workers is you may get caught short by the issues affecting the people around you, and you may need to make a concerted effort to make progress on what you consider your path to be. So the reason for this is, number one, what we've already told you about the astral realms, and number two, because we're being asked to review how much of our essential energy we give versus what we really need for our own expansion and our own growth. And this is because it is very common for light workers to try to help everyone else, and then when it comes to helping yourself, you don't have enough life force energy to do that with. So your gifts don't grow, your radiance doesn't grow, and then nobody grows. So that's again one of the things that you're being asked to look at. What are you giving versus what do you need to keep back for yourself? Okay, so as a result of this, your path may feel as though it's going backwards. And for a time, the issues of am I enough? Am I gifted enough? Am I contributing enough? Am I healing enough people? Am I psychic enough? Am I a good enough practitioner? These old issues are going to come up, and this is necessary because in order for a light worker to do what they came here to do, you've got to trust the beings and the guides that you're working with. And if you're questioning whether or not you are enough, the chances are you're working with people that are not able to receive everything you give. So let me give you an example. Let's say as a light worker, you heal people. Perhaps you do Reiki, perhaps you do angelic Reiki, and perhaps, you know, you feel as though you cannot do enough to help your clients. Perhaps you've got a loved one that you do not feel that you can do enough to help, and it leaves you feeling as though you're shortchanging them. The truth is, and this is what the spirit guide said, you're not then working with the right people, because the right people will appreciate whatever difference you make. Even if to you, you don't feel as though you've helped that person enough, the right person is going to appreciate any difference you made. And it's going to be vital for light workers to do something that uplifts them and energizes them, not just that makes you feel as though you're in service. So this is where I say there's a difference between healers and light workers, because healers often are tireless in the people that they help. But the people that they help can be very limited because their life force energy is always depleted, because they're always giving more than they have. A light worker understands it's the energy that you are that you can share, not the energy that you don't have. And so a light worker prioritizes building up their own energy reserves and helping people only in the way that they're supposed to, because they know by trying to help people that they cannot help, they don't help, and then they've got nothing left to help anyone else. So again, we're going to say this, as a light worker, it's going to become essential for you to have a day job that uplifts you and energizes you in order for your light working abilities to grow. Perhaps your day job is behind a desk. As long as it doesn't drain you, and as long as there's something about it or parts of that job that you can enjoy, your light working abilities will keep developing. If, however, you're a full-time healer and you're constantly exhausted, your light working abilities won't develop. So your light working and also your day job, your career, whether you are a stay-at-home parent, whether you are working part-time in a supermarket, whether you're out of work at the minute, as long as you feel energized and motivated within your own life, you will have stronger abilities this year to share with others. But if you don't, if you're always playing catch up, your abilities cannot develop. Okay, financially, light workers, whatever you do for a day job, will start to see their income improve. And this is very simply because you cannot support others if you are not supported and you do not feel supported. Okay, so financially, however that money comes to you, it may not come to you through your normal flow of income. It may come to you through someone leaving you some money. It may come to you through offers of help. But light workers are going to feel more supported practically within their lives so that they can do what they came here to do for everybody else. So that's good news. Okay. Now, the other thing that the spirit guide said is that when it comes to launching something new, doing something new, whether that's starting a new job or starting a new relationship, whether that is launching the next level of your business, whatever that is, you may feel as though you don't have the clarity that you need to be able to do that until the spring. And for many of you, you won't actually make the transition to that new level until the spring, because you will want to have clarity before you do it. But Spirit is saying they want you to know that this is simply because there is a lack of confidence in what you have being enough and being valued enough by others. So there is no need for your business, your career, your soulmate relationship that you're wanting to bring in, your healing business to expand, your abilities to expand. There is no need for you to wait till April or May, wherever you are in the world. That's what I'm calling spring. You can start right now. The only thing that will denote whether people come to you or whether people want to meet you and date you, whether people want to work with you, is your confidence in what you have being enough. In other words, you've got to value it yourself if you want them to pay you for it. Or you've got to love yourself if you want somebody else to love you. Okay, that's the only thing stopping you. So again, there will be a division amongst the light working community as to who is and who isn't of the light. This is something that really saddens me. So it's not something I'm going to go on about, but there is going to be a division within the light working community of people putting themselves above others morally, people judging others, ethics. And you know what the spirit guide said very, very simply is you're never going to resonate with everyone just because they are also a healer, or just because they are also psychic, or just because they are also a teacher. It doesn't mean you're going to resonate and agree with everything that they do or that they say. And this illusion of division doesn't do any of us any good. We've all got caught out by this. I've got caught out by this. You know, I'm no better than anyone else. But if something feels off about someone else to you, check the judgment that you're making. And we all make judgments. The ones I have the issues with are the light workers that mean very well, but they don't allow for darkness and they don't allow for anger. That doesn't actually make them more gifted or more spiritual. It just means they're doing a great big bypass around what they need to tackle. It's natural to get angry at times. It's natural to get fed up. It's natural to doubt yourself. It's natural to doubt your gifts. It's natural. It's what you do with that counts. So any divisions within the light worker community, they are echoing the divisions within the self. And that is coming back to, am I enough? Of course you are. Is what I offer good enough? Of course it is. But do you know that? That's the message from Spirit. Okay, so there was something else that the Spirit Guides wanted me to say. They want you to know that there are people out there that are very, very psychic, that are not spiritual. So I'm thinking of John of God, right? Perhaps Doreen Virtue, I don't know about that. There are people that are very, 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 very psychic. They may even be mediums. I'm not thinking of anybody in particular. I have the utmost respect for anyone that's brave enough to put themselves out there, whether or not, you know, they're my cup of tea or not, it's none of my business. But there are some people that are very, very psychically gifted or mediumistically gifted that are not spiritual. And these people don't know that. They don't know that, oh, well, I'm not spiritual. And all it means is that in previous times, some part of their abilities are very awakened, but it may be another part of themselves has yet to be worked on. So this isn't about judgment, but do bear in mind, if a psychic or a medium or a so-called spiritual teacher at any level tells you that you're going to die, or that you're going to split up with someone, or that you're going to lose a lot of money, bless them and move on, okay? Because I had a very well-known psychic predict mine and my daughter's death, and we are still here and we are very, very fit. And to be fair, that person read my health at the time. So it's not about judgment, but it's to understand that we're all here to grow, and we've all got different areas of growth. So somebody that is psychically very, very gifted, if emotionally they're not necessarily as far along as you, their ability to read your timeline, even with their spirit guide, may well be affected by their own emotional experience. So no judgments, we're all here to grow, and it is time to grow. If you have enjoyed this and you would like to come and join my free Lightworkers activation group, I will be opening this on the 11th of January. And I will be doing lots of things. I'll be advising you about the right oracle cards for you. I will be teaching you how to use a pendulum. We'll be talking about psychic ability. It's completely free. Message me via my website, sheilamaria.com. The group is only open for 2 weeks before my next Lightworkers activation class starts. But we would love you to join. For now, I am sending you all the love in the world. Lots of love from me, lots of love from them. Goodbye for now.